Okay, we have another P class race today, and I'm going to be switching over from my 5150 car over to my Richard Petty Porsche 956, and we'll be going to Mid Ohio, a very, very tight track, and I'm not really sure exactly how this speed demon machine is going to fare at the Mid Ohio track, but I'm about to find out as I head out for qualifying. And with my cold tires, I swing off track and end up in the grass, and I'm sliding all over the place. It's a morning, low, dense fog on the track, so the track is slightly damp. But here's the timing lights, so let's see how I can do on the actual qualifying lap. And as you can see, this car is just amazingly quick. I'm at 50 miles an hour, 65, just like the snap of a finger, and you're up to 150, 180 miles an hour. Just an amazing machine. And then you have to brake really hard and slow down to like 40, 50 miles an hour to get to these corkscrews, and I go off track again. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. It's kind of hard to get traction in grass with slick tires. Now, because I went into the grass, these tires now have moisture on them, so I have to be aware of that as well and let, at least three-quarters of a lap or a full lap before they dry out again. And here I am transitioning over to the third qualifying lap. And it's quite a handful on this. And I cut across the grass there. I have to slow way down to get to this corner. And I'm just not really having the opportunity to like get into a rhythmic flow around the track. I'm continually fighting the car. But I do end up qualifying sixth, or actually seventh, which isn't that bad with a lap time of 117. Now, the person that got the pole position, they got the lap time of 107, so they're 10 seconds faster than I was. And that's going to be probably an insurmountable obstacle. And as you can see, all of those cars, those are all Ferrari Formula One cars. They're not um, a prototype car like the one I'm driving, which is a P class. But these cars are placed in the P class, um, and it's incredibly difficult to try and compete against them. They're they're very fast, and they just handle, like a 1200 horsepower go-kart. Oh, there's a Pink Floyd fan there. Okay. Oh, we even got a Corvette. All right. And we're off. And that guy, he just, for some reason, just instantly went off the track. Somebody slammed into the back of me. I got through that corner okay, but I ended up going off track into the grass. And I'm braking really hard because I don't want to slam into these guys. This guy spins around right in front of me, and I end up slamming into him. But there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. This car in front of me, he's kind of sliding around pretty much the same way I am. And right now I'm in 7th place. I would certainly like to better that if at all possible. The car's sliding around on me. And as much as a person would just like to be able to, you know, punch it and dive into it, you're limited as to what you can do, how much speed you can carry through a corner. And another really great aspect about these cars is, I mean, not only do they have incredible acceleration, but the braking on the car is just unbelievable. You can go from 200 miles an hour down to like, 50 miles an hour in a very, very short distance. So there's one of those Ferrari Formula One cars that flew past me like I wasn't even there, which is not surprising. It's hard to compete against those cars. They're so quick, so responsive, they handle so well, and I slide off the track, as does this other fella, and I end up really going off track and driving through the grass, and it's like Farmer John. When I get back on track, somebody slams into me, knocks me into the sand trap, and it's the car's spinning around on its own. I'm trying to get out of here, and I finally managed to get back on the track. I'm all the way down to 10th place, and it flies off the track again because, the slick tires are wet, so it just slides around. And I'm very, very frustrated at this point. And it slides over here and slams into these tires, and so yeah, I'm very, very frustrated. But I'm trying to keep my composure and going, okay, I'm still, even though with all that, I'm still in 10th place. So, of course, the guy that's in 11th place has left the race. He's got a DNF. So, I'm in last place. And the chances of me getting a better finishing position than this are pretty slim, because I spent so much time over spinning around and dancing in the grass. But I'm not going to give up. I'll keep at it. And because of the going into the grass with the moisture in the grass, the car is just sliding all over the place because the tires are wet. And there I end up almost going off track there again and there again. It's just sliding out on me. And I'm trying to put down as much power as I can, but you can't just absolutely punch these cars. They have too much power. You have to do this kind of subtle roll on the throttle. It's like if you were coming out of that corner, for example, and you just punched it, you know, the rear end would become the front end, and the car would just flop and switch around on you. I'm trying to carve through these as fast as I can, but you can only go through here so fast. Like this corner right here is like 60, 70, you know, in the right car, I've gotten through that particular corner at 80, but not when I was in a very frustrated mindset. But I keep pushing. Thinking in the back of my mind, maybe there's other people that are going to make mistakes. And I just looked at the heads-up display, and I somehow managed to get up into ninth place. So I suppose somebody has left the race. I'm not exactly sure who, but I just magically got into ninth place. And again, I'm just really not able to get into a smooth, rhythmic flow. And the leaders of the race, they've already crossed the finish line. And so I'm an entire lap down, and I want to try to remain on the lead lap and not get a DNF. So I have about a minute and a half to get around this track. And there is somebody in front of me here. And I'm not concerning myself at this point in like trying to pass this person, but he ends up driving pretty slow right in front of me. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta get around this guy. So I swing to the outside and fly past him at 190 miles an hour. And get through this as best I can. And again, it's sliding around on me all over the place. And I was just never really able to get into like a smooth flow. I never was able to do that in this race. And I've got like 25 seconds left. Can I make it to the start-finish line before the clock runs out? And it looks like I'll be able to with about 15 seconds to spare. 8:51 compared to the winners who were like in the 7-minute range for the entire race. So that wasn't very good. As always, I'll see you on the racetrack.